Hi everybody! Today I want to show you 3 innovative fish farm designs. We will get some help from methods.
Okay.
And the whole reason we're making another fish farm video was actually because in 1.13.1 the fish will drop bone meal. So there's a 5% chance that a fish, when killed, does drop bone meal. Doesn't matter if the player kills it or if they are killed by a natural cause. Or, yeah, in this case, a semi-natural cause. But you get 5%. Also doesn't increase by looting. So I always get 5%. Alright, so I've actually planned to maybe make a farm that completely runs on fish bone meal alone. So would be, for example, a tree farm could run infinitely if you supply enough bone meal and have maybe a wizard breaking the blocks. And if you get enough saplings back, could run it infinitely. But as it turns out, those fish farms aren't really that efficient when it comes to bone meal. But we tried our best, and I want to show you 3 designs. So first of all, we should maybe mention the biome choice, because it actually matters. Methods, you wanna take over?
Yeah, okay, so in the different biomes, different types of fish spawn. So first we have the lukewarm ocean, which every fish type spawns besides the salmon. That includes dolphins.
So that's tropical fish, pufferfish,
Exactly.
and cod.
Then we have the warm ocean, which only spawns tropical fish and pufferfish. Then we have the normal ocean, which spawns cod only. Then we have the cold ocean, which spawns salmons and cods. And then we have this is a little bit special, the frozen ocean and the river, which only spawns salmons and has no dolphins. So we will come back to this here a little bit later, because this will be interesting.
Okay, so we can already mention, if you want to make a fish farm and you don't care about the type, the frozen ocean biome is definitely the best one. Actually even better than the river biome, since the spawn rates of squid in the river biome is higher, so frozen ocean is really the best choice. Alright, anyway, so here we have a warm ocean biome. We built up the first fish farm. This is the simplest farm. Doesn't include any redstone, but it's also the slowest one. It would produce about 600 bone meal per hour. So 600 bone meal per hour, that's not much. If you think about a nano farm, you could probably even just run it a minute with that. But yeah, that's the best you can do with a redstone-less fish farm, probably. So what's there to explain? We have an alternating chessboard pattern of bubble columns and normal water columns. So this is all magma blocks, and yeah, the fish that spawn in water would start swimming immediately and go into the bubble columns, get sucked down, and are killed at the bottom. We also use fence gates at the bottom, so the magma block next to it is unobstructed. Right, so you can see the fish spawning. They're almost killed immediately. Sometimes they hang around a little bit, like the ones in the back here. But it has nothing to do with the pathfinding. So even when we moved 100 blocks away, they were still reliably killed. And we would collect the drops. With minecarts, we didn't build this up in this world. We have another world where we actually build up a working minecart system. But basically we'd have the minecarts running below and collecting it all. Some of the items would get flushed up by the normal water columns in between. That's why we flush them over here with this water stream at the top, which would then either bring them to the next basin, so we have intersection every 9th block, or in case of the last slice here, we have bubble blocks only, so they all get sucked down. And everything is basically collected by the minecarts at the bottom. And now we're in the second world. We want to show you the next farm. This one was designed by Methods. He's also gonna explain it.
Yep, so this is the first ever shifting floor fish farm, which, like you can see right now, nothing will spawn here, because this is all bubble blocks and we are in a frozen ocean, so no dolphins would spawn at all. And yeah, as soon as I will turn this farm on, you will see the floors shift, and as soon as they shift, fish can actually spawn and will get sucked down onto the magma blocks, immediately start taking damage, and as soon as they die, the next shift goes through, basically. And this way we are able to farm them a whole lot quicker than before. Also, we limited the height of the farm to 3 blocks only, so they really get sucked down as fast as possible. And yeah, with this farm we can achieve up to 900 bone meal per hour, which is also converts to 18k fish.
Alright, so get 50% more with this farm design. The lag is okay-ish, I guess.
Don't really have a way of testing MSPT, but it's running above 20 TPS.
So the client is suffering a bit, but I think for the server it's fine. Yeah, I would think this would cause a lot of lag, but it seems like it's fine. Yeah, so that we have water for 1 second exactly, right?
26 game ticks.
26 game ticks. Alright.
So we start moving the bubble blocks, they immediately turn into water. And then 4 game ticks later, we start pushing them back. They take another 2 ticks. 26.
Yeah, here we also build up a minecart collection system. It's pretty much standard. I also got a video on one of those. Everything is put in the water stream and then you collect them, I think, in the middle here. Alright, that's a lot of fish. So this is 900 bone meal and 18,000 salmon power. Little fun fact, this would actually be 30% of the worldwide salmon production in the real world. So this would say it's quite a fast salmon farm. And here we have the last design number 3, which is the fastest one. This is actually a direct copy from a 1.12 squid farm, which was designed by Nessie, which unfortunately doesn't work anymore in 1.13 with squid, but it works with the salmon. So the whole idea is that we have gas stacked on top of each other, sitting in a minecart. So you can see it, they sit in a minecart, and the salmon that would spawn in the ring of water around the gas are getting pushed into portals immediately. Unfortunately, this isn't as efficient as the old 1.12 squid farm. It takes a bit longer to push the salmon into the portals. That's why we are only getting 1200 bone meal power. I say only in comparison to the effort it would take to make this farm. So this requires 75 gas in total, and obviously you need to also invest a lot of obsidian. Alright, so let's turn this farm on. So we gave the salmon a glowing effect. First, the game would lag a bit because of the portal searching algorithm. It takes a while until it normalizes. But as you can see, it always takes about 5 to 10 ticks until the salmon goes through the Nether portal. Could probably even make this farm a bit larger, since we sometimes don't have 15 salmon, which is the mob cap. But yeah, it's already with this configuration quite a lot of effort. Right, I'm just gonna go to the overworld, to the Nether, so we can check out the incoming salmon stream. Yeah, another downside obviously is that you kind of need a second player or some chunk loading setup in order to not completely lag the game. If you don't load the entities on the other side, then you would get thousands piling up, and if you would enter the Nether, then obviously your game crashes. So always need to make sure if you use a portal farm that the other dimension is also loaded. But yeah, you can see it's quite a lot of salmon, but really no comparison to the identical 1.12 squid farm. So 1200 bone meal power. So in case you want to use the portal farm, you don't need a permaloader, by the way. A 5x5 chunk loading grid on the other side would be enough. But yeah, since it doesn't produce that much more than the other farms, it's probably really not worth it to build the portal farm. Alright, so in case you're interested in building one of the designs, you can find a world download in a video description. So here in this world we have the shifting floor farm and the portal farm, and in the other world you can find the normal basin redstone-less version. So maybe as conclusion, it's definitely not worth it to run a fish farm in order to get bone meal for any farm really that requires bone meal. Might be a way to power or supply a 2x2 spruce tree farm with bone meal. Those are really bone meal efficient. So you could, with 600 bone meal, you can get up to 10,000 logs per hour. So I can also link in the description my economic 1.12 spruce tree farm. This could actually be run with a fish farm. Also, maybe I should also mention that all farms were built in the lowest subchunk in order to get optimal spawning rates. We tried to make the fastest fish farm possible. In case you would build this in a normal world, then you probably would need to build it higher unless you make a perimeter, and also increase the amount of spawning spaces you have. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.